Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. It's Headbanger Rips here. I know it has been a hot minute since I've put some videos up, and I just kind of want to address that and go through a few little things just around restarting this channel. I'd ignored the one piece of advice that everyone says to every new collector, which is don't buy everything. I just ended up buying too much. I was spending more than I needed to on trading cards. I was getting to a point where I wasn't buying sensibly either, so I was just buying copious amounts of cheaper end products just so I'd have more to open, and it became unhealthy. So I stepped away for a bit, kind of revised what I wanted to do in terms of my collection, not in terms of a YouTube channel. This is more just sort of an output, and maybe there'll be a few people who watch this, but for me it's more around what do I want to get out of collecting. So just wanted to restart the channel today and put a few little bits of advice and tips to those of you who might be coming into trading cards, might want to look at how you go about collecting, and just give you some of the advice that I wish I'd listened to when I first started getting into it. So it was about 4 years ago, it would have been during the pandemic, I kind of got into it. And as I say, number one piece of advice, just don't buy everything. It is so easy to just purchase boxes and packs left, right and centre before you really understand what you're getting into. So have a look around, gauge what your monthly spending limit is. I'd say about 10% for me is safe. So I'm spending about £100 a month of disposable wages, should we say. And it just allows me to comfortably stay on track of what I'm spending and what I'm buying. Second to that, and I'll go through that with some of this here, is have a PC. So everyone's going to collect their favourite team, and that's great, as you should. And I think in this one here, I'll go through what my PC for the Philadelphia Eagles is, and it's just collecting autographs. Anyone who has played a snap in an NFL regular or postseason game, I will collect their autographs. But have yourself another PC. Have something else that, maybe you like offensive linemen. Maybe, some people who've got more money and are able to spend on higher end markets, they collect quarterbacks, rookie quarterback autos. Like, for me, obviously, basis of this channel is going to be cost friendly. So the first thing I'll go through is my PC of great names. Great names aren't necessarily rude names. They're just names that I look at and I think, yeah, that's a great name. Either because it sounds cool or it's really silly, it's unique. So I've got a binder here. Originally I had both of these in the same binder, hence these are at the back. So it looks silly, but it kind of keeps in touch with what I'm doing. So I have about 50 odd autographs here. So we've got, I won't read them all out because you'll be able to see them on here, but some of my favourite ones, I was a big fan of Ha Clinton Dix anyway, so it's quite nice that he fitted quite nicely in there. Lachey Seastrunk is one of my favourite names. Never turned out to be much, but the card's cool. It's a nice Topps Chrome rookie autograph. Barkevius Mingo, again, a great name. You can get Hall of Famer ones. Plaxico Burress, Super Bowl winning wide receiver. Bishop Sankey, that's another great name. Curly Culp and Algie Crumpler, a couple of Hall of Famers there, I believe. You'll notice this one's not an autograph. It was so hard to try and find an autograph from Major Applewhite. In the end, I just settled for a cracked ice out of 23. I thought that was good enough just to get him in there. But the reason I've gone for these is, A, I've always enjoyed a good name. Even when I was younger, just for us footballers over here, just people with a fun name. Aubrey Beavers. I mean, what a brilliant name there. And what it does is it just allows me to have a PC, a personal collection, which is cheap. These are not expensive cards. I don't think I've spent over £10. I think the most expensive probably was Plaxico Burress. But ones like Sincere McCormack, I think it was like 99 pence or 99 cents with free postage. But yeah, you get some really good looking cards. I think that Zonovan Knight is a 1 of 1 actually. And then finish up with a Tank Bigsby. But yeah, having that PC just allows you to have something that you can aim towards collecting that's fun for you. And as I say, some people want to do it by position. Some people want to go for Hall of Fame autographs. Maybe they just want, Mr. Irrelevant, which worked out great a couple of years ago for Brock Purdy. But find yourself a PC that you want to do that you can enjoy. As I say, the other one I've got is Philadelphia Eagles. Now, again, I won't go through these, but a lot of them, Byron Marshall and Henry Josie, are cheap end autographs because they would have played 1 or 2 games, but also ones in there. I've got Jordan Matthews, Nelson Aguilar, BDN, Jake Elliott. You can start to hunt around and find a really good deal. So I have got some which are slightly more expensive, but whilst I'm saving up for those and keeping that in track and aiming towards something, ones like these where you get some really nice, good looking autographs of players that played for your team, all in a couple of quid. I think there are a few that I've bought which are around the £10 or £20 mark, and that's about 3 or 4 of them. But you're going to have to pay higher end prices for some. I've realised I haven't actually bought. I've got 1 other autograph. I've got 3 to the side of me here, and then I've got 1 upstairs that I didn't bring down. These are my sort of latest 4 that I bought: Darius Slay Jr., Jordan Davis, DeAndre Swift, and Nakobe Dean. Again, I think that was about £8. That was 12. That was about 9, and that was about 12 to 15. But all bought over a long period of time. And again, it can make it quite fun. It's not something there's any rush to get. It's not something you're looking at to flip, where you sort of buy cards to sell them on at a better price. So there's no rush. I'd love a Jalen Hurts autograph. Love a Jalen Hurts rookie autograph. However, that is going to be a lot of money. And so I have to make a choice whether maybe I sell up a few cards. Maybe I just want to have just a couple of months where I don't buy anything and save up the money, and I take the hit on buying it. But I can have a look for a good price. So 3 that I've got here. And the only reason they're not in my folder is just because of the thickness of the card. Got Jason Peters there. I was a big fan of him until he spent a year at the Cowboys. And then sort of my two of my favourite ones. Devonta Smith. This was $40 posted. I'll get into the American purchases in a second. But that was a $40 card, so it worked out maybe about £32, something like that, which for a Devonta Smith rookie card, I hadn't found a better price, and I've been looking for a couple of years. And then my favourite one, my sort of coup de grace, was this, which is an AJ Brown auto. It looks gorgeous with the chrome effect on there with that hollow. It is a Zenith, so it's a slightly lower end market. The design is not something that people are generally after, but I really like how it looks. You can see that shine coming off there. It is numbered out of 20, and it is an AJ Brown autograph. Now, the seller originally had this up at $70 odd, and I managed to get them down to 45. But again, $45 with postage came to about 35 quid, something like that, 38 quid. And again, I wasn't going to get a better price, so it was a case of, okay, let's just hold off buying anything, and let's get a card that's going to mean a lot, because what a player. So yeah, it's important to be sensible, but having a autograph collection like that just means that you've got stuff to aim towards, and you just be sensible with your budgeting. The other thing I PC is Miles Sanders. I was a huge Miles Sanders fan at the Eagles. Hope he can kick off again this year at the Panthers. He was in an offense. I think he ran under 200 times last year. Record low receptions, yards, catches, attempts. Hopefully that'll change this year. But I'm also trying to collect a rainbow. So if you don't know, a rainbow is where you get a design of a card, and you get different color variations. So for example, I've got the 2021 graffiti insert from Certified, and each color is differently numbered based on the print. So that's the base, which is just the base graffiti. And then you've got, you see that one there out of 249. So this color, which I think is the bronze, there were 249 printed. The pink, there were 199. Orange, there were 149. The red, there were 99. Blue, there were 75. Gold, there was 25. And then the black, there is just 1. And as you can see there, it just says 1 of 1. So the rainbow is where you try and collect all different colors. And again, something that can be done over a long period of time. I'm missing out of 10, out of 5, and out of 50. And if I see them for a price that I think is acceptable, then I will purchase that card. But it's something that is really important to enjoy your PC. I've also done the same for the base variation. So again, when you look at all the colors, it's like a rainbow. I am missing the 1 of 1 and I think it's the red out of 99, which I think I might have just purchased on eBay actually, or at least put an offer in. So once I find that, I'll be looking for the 1 of 1. The 1 of 1 might be in an unopened pack for the next 5 years. But it's just something to look for and to get excited. In terms of storage, some people don't like these binders. I'm not looking for value or anything like that. So I'm more than happy to have these in here. I think they're kept in good condition, and it looks a lot nicer when you're scrolling through your cards and having a look at your collection. It's a nice way to keep it all compact and together. The exception, I probably won't put. So if you see these, you see the thickness. Probably better to see on the Devonta Smith on that. So each card has a different thickness, so you'll see those on end. I don't know the thicknesses, I'll be deadly honest. It's got like 35, 55, 75, 110, 130, something like that, depending on the thickness of card. Now, that would probably get away with being in there, but just because of the card it is, I wouldn't want to force it in there. And then this one, just because it looks so clean, it's come in a one touch, which is just a way to open up the card like that. Put it in. It's got a little magnet click, keeps it safe. I don't have any one touches, so the fact this came in one, it is my favorite Eagles Auto. I will just keep that as it is. But you know, these are £4 or something you can get on Amazon. They're pretty cheap and holds 160, so it'll take me a while to fill that. Finally, I just want to go through sort of purchasing cards, where you can get them. Facebook's a really good place. You get people on there who sell. You've got really good communities. Part of the UK NFL trading card group. And I really enjoy looking at people's collections, getting into conversations with them. And if you see it as a hobby and less like gambling really, which is kind of what I was doing, you can really enjoy it. And there's a lot to be said for having and appreciating other people's collections, and then knowing what you can get within your own budget. But you can buy on there, trading on there. You know, they're trading cards. Trades are a really good way to build your collection. You're going to open packs. You'll have cards that you don't necessarily need. Why not trade them in for someone that you collect, or a card that's going to fit your PC? On top of that, obviously, you've got eBay. It's harder to find them here than in the States because that's the primary market. You have got some online sites where you can get them. There are many others, I'm sure, but off the top of my head, Sports Trading Cards UK, that's where I would buy a bulk of my stuff. And then DA Card World have opened up a European store. I think it's based in the Netherlands. But you can buy a load there, get it shipped over. It's about £17 postage. And you can get some really good offers on there, and it just allows you to get some stuff within Europe that you might not be able to do. You'd have heard me say that I can get some stuff in the United States. I believe Fish is Fast and Get It Shipped International are two like holding boxes that you can buy. And you get stuff, you order it on the American eBay or maybe on Target or anything like that. Get it sent to this shipment address. They'll look after the cards for you, and then when you request, they'll package it all up, they'll give you a price, and then you can send it over in one box. It just means that you're not paying out for customs tax, etc. for every shipment you do, and you can get it all collected quite nicely. And again, if you're just buying packs and boxes for the sake of it, your postage is going to be a lot more. But if you're finding single cards on there that you like I did with the AJ Brown, the Devonta Smith, then it's, you know, the shipping is going to be a lot cheaper, keeps it together. Really good idea to do that. So thanks for listening to me, guys. I know it's been about a quarter of an hour there of just sort of conversation, but if there is anyone who's looking at getting into it, it's a really important bit of advice that you spend safe, you enjoy your PC, and you get involved with the community. It's a really fun pastime. It's a really fun hobby, and a lot of us guys and girls as well, it can be a really simple way to just get a touch of enjoyment, something to look forward to. You get that card in the post, you open it, you see it, you hold it, just gives you a good feeling if this is what you're into. So thanks for listening to me, guys. I will be putting up some more videos soon. As I say, we will keep this a budget friendly channel, and I will do my best to keep it as entertaining as possible whilst offering the best advice I can. With that being said, stay safe, love life, and I will see you guys soon.